Welcome to Thoughts in the Glass podcast. I'm Latoya.
And I'm Kendra.
And this is a weekly podcast where we share our unfiltered thoughts and opinions on a variety of topics.
So sit back, relax, and join us on a conversation of real, raw, and ridiculously funny commentary.
Period. Every week we do a drink of the night. Kendra, what's the drink tonight?
Tonight's drink, and we are continuing with our dry January. It's called a citrus blue magic. And super easy to make. You want to steep your, what's the tea called? I can't remember.
Butterfly pea flower tea.
Butterfly pea flower tea. You're gonna steep that. We stepped it for about 10 minutes, and then you want to add it over ice. 2 to 3 tablespoons, teaspoons of lemon juice, and then you want to top it off with Sprite. Super easy to make. And if you are not dieting, sweeten your tea, people. Mm-hmm. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Well, clearly, as you guys can see, we have a special guest. Photographer, social media influencer, library manager, what am I missing?
Face beater.
Oh, period. Stylist. Like we're not even gonna get into
Right.
I just consider myself a overall creative. I do a lot of creative things.
Overall creative, Shannon Bland, aka Shannon Not So Bland, is in the building. First guest.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
If y'all can't tell, I'm super excited.
Yes. Listen, we watch the content.
We definitely do. So it's dry January. We've been doing it this third year doing dry January.
Yes.
And then Shannon, you're also fasting right now?
Yeah, fasting right now. So no meats and no sweets currently for the next 20. Well, it's already started. So it's 21 days.
Yeah.
So I have about 18 days left.
Okay. So Shannon's drink doesn't have any sugar in it. So it's just the pea tea, the butterfly pea flower
tea.
Uh-huh. And the lime juice.
Mm-hmm.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice, yes.
Lemon juice. Is it okay?
Yes.
It's not too bad?
Yeah, it's good. It still has a good flavor even without the sugar. And I love the color of it.
Me too.
It's very visually appealing.
So Shannon, we normally start off, so after we do our drink, we normally start off with like a weekly catch up. Mm-hmm. We talk about anything fun that we've done this week, anything new that we're reading and or watching. So do you want to start or you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay, I'll start. So this week I finished Stranger Things. Kendra doesn't watch it. She doesn't like scary
I've
stuff.
never watched it, but I know it's a big hit, but immediately I've never watched it before.
I don't have time for the stranger or the thing.
I don't mind horror. Is it considered horror?
It's not even. It's sci-fi.
I was about to say I'm not a big sci-fi person.
Okay.
But I trust that it's good because
everybody is talking about it. Everybody and their mama, sister, and brother.
It's just not really my thing, but I love that it's y'all's thing.
Okay.
I cried.
Oh, girl.
So good. This was the series finale, so Stranger Things is done. Maybe they'll do some spin-offs. We'll see. But yeah. Did your headphones too loud?
No, I have a small head and I don't have hair, so it was slipping back. So I was putting it back on my head so it would stay.
Yeah, so I watched Stranger Things. Reading. My book club is reading A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, which is one of my favorite books. Yeah. I've already read it, but I'm rereading it now so that everything is fresh for book club. And what did I do this week? I went to the National Gallery of Art.
Okay.
To see the African American photography thing.
I went to see it, and that, I don't know why, but that particular Smithsonian Museum was closed on New Year's Day.
For real?
The other ones were open because I went to the Hirshhorn instead.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Gallery of Art was closed. I'm going to try to see it next weekend before it closes.
You gotta see it, especially as a photographer. Y'all, it was so good. It's one of those things, and like y'all know I be into like my black stuff. It's one of those things where so what this exhibit was how African American photographers, how they documented the history of the civil rights movement, right? It was so powerful. And there's something that you get from a picture or an image that you don't necessarily get from words.
Yeah.
And seeing these images, to me, it was very powerful. It's one of those exhibits where you kind of feel a little bit heavy when you walk through, but I also felt a sense of pride of like, we did that. Then one thing that I was talking to my aunt about, so this was my aunt and my cousins, the one thing that I was talking to my aunt about was photography as it relates to making contributions to history. For me, it's about proof.
Yeah.
A lot of times, when, especially right now, where you have a lot of people trying to change the narrative, you can't say that these things didn't happen. You can't say that the racism we experience and all those. You can't say that it's not real when we have the picture of whites only, showing you that they weren't allowed. You know, you have the picture of people being sprayed down by hoses. It's like, this is the not only is it history, but this is the visual proof that things happen, especially in a time where you have people using their voice to try to recreate history and change the narrative. So that was what I walked away from it with. Is like, if ever there's a moment where they try to get you to forget what happened, here's a photo of what actually, like,
exactly.
And yes, photographers can shape things and frame things to get their own message across, but there's only so much that you can do when it comes to that. When I'm showing you a picture of something, you're seeing the background, you're seeing the people that are there, you're seeing the expression on people's faces. As a photographer, there's only so much you can do to put
manipulate
your own perspective on it. You know what I mean? So anyway,
10 out of 10. You definitely
10 out of 10.
I definitely want to go back before it. I was so disappointed, like, and it was so cold New Year's Day too.
Yes,
and
it was.
I found a great parking space right by the museum, and I was just like, "What do you mean y'all are closed? I thought Smithsonian's only closed on Christmas. Why?" But only, I don't know if it was only that one, but the other museums around the mall were open.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, definitely go. It was.
I'm gonna try to go next weekend, because I believe they close
How was your week?
Sunday.
The week was fine. I didn't talk to you guys or tell you guys about it because I forgot, but I got my nose pierced, guys.
Oh, let me see. Do you know what's so crazy? Sometimes people get piercings and it's like, I don't even notice it because it looks like it
was always supposed to be there.
It was always supposed to be there. Yeah. Like, I didn't even notice it.
It was a family affair. So my sister got 4 piercings in her ear. Jayla got her nose pierced and her belly button pierced. My niece got her belly button pierced. Devon got his ears pierced. Janae got her tongue pierced.
That really is a family
affair. It was a family affair. So
she wanted to get her tongue pierced.
She's like, I don't have anything else to pierce. I was like, well, just sit down and be here for moral support. She's like, what about my tongue? And I'm like, who am I? Who is
I know. Right, right. You can't say nothing.
And then when she's like, you just want to be like, my mother was like, you just want to be like your mother. You just want to be like your mother. I said,
that surprises me that she did that too, because in my mind I would be thinking everybody gonna think I did this because my mother got it. So like, let me not.
They all do stuff like that though. That's how
they think they be hating on you too at the same time.
All day long. All day long. Jayla, you try to be my junior. Girl, I had you. What are you talking about? So other than that, again, quiet, back to reality. Up goes. What did he say? How Rabbit be saying it?
I don't know.
Oh, anyway. Y'all know. 8 Mile. Don't worry about it.
Shannon, how was your week?
My week was great. It kicked off with Sunday. I was still in North Carolina spending some time with my family. for the holidays. Came back up here to Maryland on Monday. As I mentioned, I wound up at the Hirshhorn when I was trying to see the photography exhibit at the Gallery of Art. So I've been to the Hirshhorn multiple times, but I did get to see a new exhibit that I believe was closed the last time I was there. So that was nice. I love a museum, art gallery, anything like that. I'm into. So anytime at the museum is always a good time for me. And also, I walked the 5K on New Year's Day as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I walked in DC, Mayor Muriel Bowser's Fresh Start 5K, I think is the name of it. So yeah, we were out there in the cold.
Ooh, child.
Walking, some people running, not me. Walking 5 kilometers.
How is that? So when you do a 5K, do you prep first or you just hit it?
I don't prep because I'm not running. I walk. So I regularly walk for exercise anyway. So I believe a 5K is equivalent to a little over 3 miles.
Yeah,
that's
like 3
usually my regular walk anyway. Sometimes I walk 4 or 5 miles. So I really don't train because I'm just walking. But, yeah, it was very cold that day, but it was a good way to kick off the new year.
Nice.
That's what's up. So all right. I was trying to figure out where I want to go. Or you could go.
So now that the new year has started, and we talked last episode, we talked about some of our like New Year's things going into the new year, what we kind of want to happen. Is there anything in your immediate, like the next 2 to 3 months that you kind of like, these are the things that I want to kind of accomplish?
In the next 2-3 months? That's a great question. As you mentioned earlier, I do social media content. So over the weekend I actually hit 9,000 followers on TikTok.
Okay.
So I would like in the next 2-3 months to be able to hit 10K on TikTok.
Nice.
Because if you all are familiar, that's 10K is where you can get into the creator program where you can start getting paid for your content.
Give me my coin for my time.
Yeah, so I would like to hit 10K on TikTok in the next couple months. I feel like I'm always on some type of wellness journey. So, as I said, trying to kick off the new year with exercise. So, continue to exercise and eat right. So hopefully in the next 2-3 months, maybe I could be down at least 2 or 3 pounds. Hopefully more.
Listen, put it out in the world. Speak it to existence.
Yeah, so I was keeping the wellness in hand. And just continuing to grow and hone my creative skills. So Toya, as you mentioned earlier, I am a photographer, although I did not really start doing that in like a professional capacity until like the last year and a half, 2 years. So continuing to build my photography skills, I would like to do that, as well as just my overall creative skills. So editing skills. I'm a graphic designer as well. I paint, so I would like to get back to painting. I do paint parties, but I would also like to get back into painting just for enjoyment. And I would like to be a little less on the screen, not on the screen, but looking at the screen on my phone or on the computer, on the TV this year. I started doing a puzzle the other day, so I'm just trying to find things that will
occupy your mind.
Occupy my mind, take my eyes off of all these screens.
That's what's up. So, okay, we got a lot to get into. And I was earlier trying to figure out, I don't know which way I want to go first. Because, we can talk about the photography, we can talk about the library, we can talk about the content creation, we can talk about all the other creative things. But I think this is where I want to go. Because I think you recently posted your December reads. And so, as I'm also a book girly, what would you say, what's your current read? And then what would you say is your favorite book? Not of all time, but your current favorite book.
Yeah, so, yes, I did a post featuring the different books I've read in 2025. And I would say that my current favorite, I got into a new author last year. She's actually, I want to say she's based out of Baltimore. Her name is Natasha Bishop. I read about 4 of her titles, I think. And I really enjoy her work. I would probably pick one of her books, which I'll go with Only for the Week, because the other 3 titles are escaping me right now.
Yeah.
They're in a series. The other 3 are part of a series. So I'll say Only for the Week is my current favorite book. And I'm currently not reading anything right at this moment. I'm in between books. So I finished a book right before Christmas, and then I'm currently have a hold that should be coming through tomorrow. And that is, I'm going to be starting the Wedding Date series, I want to say it's called, by Jasmine Guillory.
Jasmine Guillory.
So I don't think I've read any of her books before, so I'm looking forward to starting that series.
I'm not going to say anything about the Wedding Date.
Oh, no.
Jasmine no. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but Jasmine Guillory's pretty good. So it sounds like you're into romance.
I am. I do read a lot. I do read a lot of romance. Every now and then I'll mix it up with a memoir by somebody I'm a fan of. I really enjoy Jennifer Lewis's Mother of Black Hollywood. I read this years ago, but it's Jennifer Lewis. And she's narrating it. Because I like doing audiobooks, so especially if the person themselves is narrating it. Like a few months ago, I'm a fan of Kev on Stage. I read his latest book. So I like that too. If it's somebody I'm a fan of, if they have a memoir, I'll break it up with that. But I do read a lot of Black romance.
Well, you're welcome, because that's also me. I be into it. I be into romance. Although I don't like urban romance, that's what Kendra likes.
I love me a good urban romance.
I don't like urban romance. I don't like that. Like, I don't want to hear about you and some drug dealer that you dealing with, and now they done came into the apartment and trying to get him, and you screaming for your man. Like,
you know what?
Exhausting.
I might like that though. I'll have to get some recommendations from you, because I'm thinking, because I love a good Tubi movie.
You would definitely like it.
What's their name?
Last night, so I probably would like those
Ashley
Antoinette.
Ashley Antoinette and her husband.
It's a husband and wife writing team.
And so
that's
cool. They write separately, and then they have books that they write together.
Oh,
and
that's
so they
interesting.
have The Cartel, which is 5 books. Murder Mamas, and a lot of their books intertwine with each other.
I'm thinking about that, because I'm thinking about the correlation. I was like, I really do enjoy a good messy Tubi movie. So
you'll be into it.
Yeah, for sure. Where are you originally from? Because I know you're not originally from Waldorf or from Maryland.
No, so I was born in D.C.
Okay.
The first half of my childhood was spent in Woodbridge, Virginia. And the second half was spent in Fayetteville, North Carolina, because my father is from Virginia. My mother is originally from North Carolina, but as many people did back in the day, she moved up this way. That's how they met. And she had brothers, sister, aunts, and uncles that all moved up this way. So I do have a lot of family in this area. Most of my family is in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, except for my immediate family, because my parents, they live in North Carolina.
So they went back to North Carolina.
They did. So so we moved to North Carolina in 1999. So that's what I said, like, the second half of my childhood, from like 8 to 18, was spent in North Carolina. And then I came to Maryland when I was 18, because I got a scholarship at Bowie State.
Okay, Bowie.
Yeah, so
my alma mater. Yeah,
okay, cool.
The podcast. I didn't graduate from Bowie, but I went there.
But you went there, okay.
And I always
still a bulldog,
right? So, but I thought because I didn't graduate, like I couldn't claim it. But then last year during homecoming season, the people were telling me I need to still rep my school. I went there and I paid the people that money.
You paid that coin.
I paid that coin. I didn't get a degree from there. But so now I'm still repping the Bowie Bulldogs.
Yep. So that's how I ended up in Maryland, is because I came up here to go to college at Bowie State.
Okay, so you're an influencer. And for me, it started with y'all not gonna come to Waldorf because y'all think Waldorf too far. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, you actually did, because a lot of people, they just say whatever.
But it's like, water, you ain't up in the water.
Y'all ain't gonna buy a plane ticket to Waldorf.
Right.
Oh yeah, you said it right. You said it right.
That was the first content thing but also I had never put 2 and 2 together till I saw you in person, because I'm a part of the Charles County Library newsletter or whatever thing. we get these emails all the time, but of course you see a person's signature, you don't know, like, you're like, okay, whatever, that's just somebody sending me a blast.
You get emails specifically from me? Oh, well, thank you, because that means that you're a donor. If you're getting it from me, that means you're a donor, because that's my role. So thank you for your donation.
But it didn't, you don't see the person, you just see the signature, right? And I didn't never really paid attention to that. And so I had seen that content, and then when I saw you at one of the events, I was like, oh, that's her. I'm like, wait a minute. Instagram, this girl got a whole...
I have an actual job. That's hilarious because people think I do this full time. Like, they think I do content creation full time. I was like, no, I have a job. Yeah, I remember one time I saw somebody and they were introducing me to their partners, and they were like, yeah, you guys work in the same field. So I was like, oh, wow. And I'm waiting to hear more about her, whatever. He's like, yeah, content creation. I was like, oh, I thought you meant she worked in the library. I don't see this as my career. That would be nice to do content creation full time, but no, I have an actual full time regular job like everybody else, clock in, clock out.
But I bring that up because I guess I have two questions. One, what made you start doing the content? And two, you do have a real job. You know what I mean? So like, how do you like balance the two?
So your first question was, how did I get into creating content, right? It probably really kicked off when I turned 30, which I'll be 35 in like less than 3 weeks. But when I turned 30 back in 2020, actually at the end of 2019, I was like, oh, I'm going to do a birthday challenge. I'm going to do a birthday challenge. I called it the 30 to 30 challenge. And I challenged myself to do, it was 30 things I wanted to do in the 30 days leading up to my 30th birthday. And I documented that series on what used to be called IGTV. That doesn't even exist anymore. But I would actually take that back. I was uploading on YouTube, and then I would post like a little clip on IGTV. So I documented that whole 30 days and all of the 30 different things I did. And some of the stuff was extravagant. Some of it could be anything from like do a puzzle, make a fort in the living room, to stay at a luxury hotel. Like it was a wide range of 30 different things on my my bucket list. So I documented that. And then I really got into YouTube after that. I started making videos featuring small businesses and Black-owned businesses, similar to the same thing I do now on Instagram and TikTok. So I'll make videos featuring businesses or products from different businesses. I started vlogging when I would go out of town on trips, different places. So it kind of just took off from there. And then with the Waldorf is Too Far series specifically, I started documenting things locally because people would always say that there was nothing to do or nothing in Waldorf. So I started posting about different things that I would do, see, check out in Waldorf. And that's kind of how it took off.
What made you go with the, y'all not going to come because y'all say Waldorf too far?
Because that's what people would literally always say. People would literally say Waldorf is too far. So I think that name came about, it didn't initially come about because it wasn't even set out to, it wasn't really intentionally. Like I was intentionally sharing with people like businesses, but I didn't think it was going to turn into like a whole series. So I did the first video. It was on Cultural Gallery, which is a local art gallery here in Waldorf. Posted that. There was no slogan at the beginning or nothing. It was just like, oh, come with me to this gallery. And I had been to Cultural Gallery before, but I felt like a lot of people didn't know about it. So I was like, oh, let me show people. So then people were like commenting like, oh, wow, where is this at? Or how you find this place? And then I was like, oh, you want me to do another one? And then I featured another place. And then maybe around about the 4th or 5th place, I think the welcome back to another episode of Y'all Not Come Anyway, because y'all say Waldorf is too far. And it was like a joke, but then it was like, oh, I'm actually going to call it this because it's funny. But that's how it came to be.
Wow. And then how do you balance that now? Because I'm sure people recognize you from your content, but like there's a part that's like, okay, I got to get up and go to work every day. I'm still living a normal life, but y'all recognize me from content. So how do you kind of balance the two?
That's a good question. And I would actually say, so my role in the library, and I'm a librarian by merit, by degree, by certification, but that is not my actual role anymore. I'm a more behind the scenes role, so I'm not really out in the branches with the people every day, which I think is helpful.
Because they were like,
I feel like,
so where you going the next time?
Yeah, I feel like if I was
like that place.
front facing like I used to be, I feel like it might be too much. It might be overwhelming. Because even sometimes when I do like go to the library or help out in different instances briefly, people usually will recognize me and come up to me, which I don't mind, but I'm just thinking, like, if I was in like a work, like everyday work mode and people kept coming up to me, I'd be like, oh. So
right.
I think
also,
it's probably better.
Like, y'all, like, I'm at work.
Like,
yeah.
Because they don't care. They're like, girl, I seen the last episode and I went in and I had bought.
I'm on these people's time.
Right.
They're paying me.
I think it's better that this new era of my life, or whatever you want to call it, of content creation, I think it is better that it's come at this time where I'm like more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I think it could possibly turn into a thing if I was like at work front facing customers every day.
Does it affect you day to day? Like if you just going to TJ Maxx, like,
oh, like as far as running into people?
Yeah.
Not necessarily every day, but it's not unusual for me to be out and about and people like, oh yeah, like I was at church earlier and somebody was like, oh yeah, I like your TikTok. So
okay, so I have two questions. The first time that happened to you, did it take you aback?
Oh my goodness, I can't even remember the first time. I don't think it took me aback. It was kind of like, oh, well, that's cool. Like somebody seeing my videos. I honestly can't even remember the first time it happened though. But yeah, I enjoy meeting people out and about because I'm like, I really be in the community, and like even when people like comment on social media, like, how you knowing about all this stuff, like, I really be in the community. Like, I want y'all to know, like, even before I started creating content, like, I'm a very community-based person. That's a part of what comes with, like, working for the library, working for, like, any type of nonprofit, like, where you're kind of embedded, where you need to know, like, what's going on, different resources, so that way you can provide the best service experience for the customer. So, I really be in the community. That's the best way I can explain it.
In the community, are they shocked about how tall you are? Because they were like, now, what you doing up there?
That's funny. If they are, they
don't
express
it. What she doing up there? What's going on?
That's funny. If they are shocked, they don't express it. Because I don't think anybody has made mention like, oh, wow, you're taller than I thought. I don't really recall anybody saying that. So they might be, but they might just not say it.
I tell you,
I think that I can understand that being a thing where like people they're seeing you on social media, they're not seeing you in real life, and so I could imagine that being a thing of like, huh.
But you actually know what's funny? So 2025 unlocked like all these secret tall societies. I call them tall secret societies because they were secret to me until last year. But one of the tall people groups I'm in, Tall Girl Takeover, I found out about that group because another young lady who follows me on social media shared it with me. She said, I could tell you're tall in your content.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I found out about that group, which then led to me finding out about another tall people group. So but she's also tall, so it could be tall gang.
Yeah, it could be.
I wonder, like, do people ever be like, oh, do you play basketball? Do you play basketball?
I do. People do ask that. Not as much anymore. I played basketball for all of one season. Back when I was probably 10, in rec league. When I was still in North Carolina, my father signed me up. I don't remember asking to be signed up for basketball.
You got that height, and so you get up in here.
I don't remember.
Parents are good for that.
I don't remember asking that at all, but I've never been athletic. I've always been artsy fartsy girls. Ever since a little kid, like I've always been more into arts and creative, different aspects like that. I've never been an athlete, so I was not very good.
But when people ask you that, is it like irritating to be like, now why? Just because I'm standing up, y'all want me to throw a ball?
It's not, I don't get it that much, especially anymore, so it's not really irritating. I mean, I can understand it. Now, it does, now just because I say that, don't take that to be what another tall person thinks.
Like, shut up.
Because that is annoying to a lot of tall people, but also, going back to the tall groups, I'm kind of on the shorter side, so I'm short to them. So I would imagine, I'm 5'10", so I imagine a woman 6 foot plus would get those questions more often. It would probably be more annoying. I'm on the shorter side of tall.
And I think now, because with social media, you have so many people, you know, you see more tall people just on social media talking about it. So it's not as, like, you see the 6 foot and the 7 foot, and it's like, oh, okay. And then you see the WNBA, so it's a little bit more prevalent than it used to be.
That's a good point. I don't think people are as taken aback anymore because of everything you just said. So that's probably why it's not such a thing anymore, because they see tall people more all the time. Regularly.
Yeah. Ooh, have you ever posted something that you really loved and it flopped?
Yes, I have. And I don't know if I would necessarily say flop, but yeah, I've posted stuff where I'd be like, oh, I thought that would get more views or likes.
Yeah.
Actually, I did that one time and I reposted it, and then it's the algorithm. Yes,
the algorithm rhythms. You hear me?
Yeah, I don't really do that often, but it was one time I was like, because it was like I don't do these a lot, but it was a trending video. It was like a trending video style that I did, and it was doing like super well on Instagram, but not TikTok. I was like, let me try to repost this.
Yeah.
And then it got more traction once I reposted it.
Do you get caught up in the numbers?
I try to just maintain to what I'm doing this because I enjoy it, and two, for my audience, I like to provide people with information and leaving people like they felt like they learned something or discovered something. So keeping that in mind, even if it's an audience of 10, it's still an audience. So I try to hold on to that and not get caught up into the numbers and things.
I was thinking about what you were saying about people. The main thing is like, where is this? Why, I didn't know about this. I didn't hear about this. And I feel like that was the biggest react. So I went mini baby viral on my post about the Kris Kringle market. And I don't care what y'all say. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go. I'm going to keep bringing it up.
She get another one, okay?
Because I got 10,000 likes.
That's
period.
Good.
Exactly. But the main thing people were saying, people that lived in Charles County, I never heard about this.
That's what they always say.
Where is this at? Where is it advertised? Why I didn't know about? And I'm like, I don't know why y'all didn't know about stuff. But if you be out in the community, I feel like that's one of the more known events.
That's the thing. That's what I was about to say. That goes back to my point about being in the community. Because I feel like when you're really a part of your community and you pay attention to some things, you'll still miss some things. It's inevitable. You're not going to know about everything. But I'm like, you at least know about more things. Yeah. That's why I said, like, I'm really in the community. And also, if they're in the mindset that there's nothing going on around here, nothing to do around here, they're always focused on leaving out of Waldorf. So if you're always leaving out of Waldorf to go do things in DC, you don't know what's going on in your own community.
Yeah. Do you find some of the things, I know Toya finds a lot of stuff like on Facebook or things like that. Do you get some of the advertisements or things that are going on via social media?
I do. So I come across things on social media, TikTok, Instagram, or people will send me things, and sometimes it's something that I probably have seen, but sometimes it's something new to me. Also, I go on Eventbrite. Let's talk about events. I'll go on Eventbrite and scan and see what's going on over there, especially since I started making monthly things to do, videos. I scrub Eventbrite looking for things. I scrub Explore Charles County, the Department of Tourism website. I scrub there looking for things that are going on. So yeah, those are some different sources that Facebook, not really as much, but I'm probably on TikTok and Instagram more. So that's probably why Facebook not as much.
Right now you're negating my
her thing is like, y'all need to be on Facebook. You don't know anything because you're not on Facebook. I was like, I'm not on Facebook.
I swear by Facebook. I feel like Facebook is a place to build community. see. Because one thing about Facebook, they're going to suggest groups to you, which have your same interests, and they're going to suggest events. If people put an event on Facebook, Facebook will shove it down your throat. Like, every time you go in there, they'll be like, oh, this event, this event, this event.
That's good to know, because I don't really see many events on Facebook unless somebody is specifically like sending me invite, and it gives me a notification about that. But also Facebook, sometimes I don't really know how to explain it, but
now I know what you're gonna say.
There's a certain Facebook mentality. I can look at something and be like, oh, this is so Facebook. Like, so I don't spend as much time on there, because it's just like, even with these different groups, it's like, what are y'all arguing about today? What's the discourse today?
It do be like that. It do be like that. But you have to.
I know you gotta sift through. I understand. I got what you're saying.
To be honest with you, I'm a part of a lot of groups on Facebook, and they all on mute. And then I only go there when I'm looking for something. Like, I'm on Charles County Moms. It's on mute because they always fussing about something. But if I need to, like, my little cousin's autistic, so if I'm looking for a sensory friendly place, I can go there, do a search. Yeah, the moms will put something in there, and then I just get what I need, and then I leave, because I don't got time to be going back and forth with y'all.
Yes.
Or if I see some construction going on, I'm like, what is that? I know I could go to
now that is
Charles
true.
County Matters, or I know I could
Facebook
go to
is
Chat
good
Show,
for that,
and I could be like,
and knowing what's coming.
Yeah, and then I know I'm going to find it, because somebody's going to put in there, oh, did y'all see their construction in there? And the comments say, oh, they're building a Chicken Rico. That
is the best place to find out. Yeah, like what's coming to the county, what's going on, traffic updates. Yeah, that Facebook.
That
is good
too. Stuff be going on, and on Facebook they'll be like, yeah, you know, they found a drug dealer. They done pulled them over. The helicopter's flying over Home Depot.
Yes, that's
what you go to Facebook for.
That is true.
That's Neighborhood Watch.
Okay, but you need that though. Like, you don't have to have it all the time.
Yeah.
But then when you need that, you go in there, you get it, and then you get out.
And also Facebook, I'm tired of looking at y'all AI pictures. Okay. And also Facebook, because in these groups, when they're arguing about something, it'll be a post that's probably not even real. It's some random picture in a made up scenario of these random people y'all bothering. Y'all got their picture, and then you made up a scenario to argue about. That's why I can't really do Facebook. But you're right though. All those good things that you just listed, that's true. Facebook is good for those.
Because you clocked Facebook.
You guys like, y'all just made this up to have something to argue about today. Like, this is not a real story. Where's the source? And I think that's a librarian in me. That's why I can't really do Facebook, because it's like, where is the source for this headline? It's big black letters and a picture, and y'all take it as fact. So I'll get off my soapbox.
It's a lot of older people too.
Yeah.
And so they fall for the foolishness. They be falling for the foolishness all the time. But I don't know. I like it over there.
I don't hate Facebook. I'm just not on there as much as the other platforms.
Well, I'll just say, tip your toe back in it, just for the event, since you keep up with like local events. It's some gems
I'll keep that in
on
mind.
Facebook. Okay, so what's the one thing that you wish people knew out of everything, like the library work, making the content, all of this? Like, what is the one thing that you feel like, I really wish y'all would take this away from it, or I really wish y'all knew this thing?
That's a good question. I would just say, again, going back to community thing, just embedding yourself in community. And this could tie back to the library as well, because I feel like a lot of people aren't taking advantage of the resources they have in their community, to include the library. It's a lot of resources out here for free that I feel like people aren't taking advantage of. And I feel like once you tap into that, you'll learn more about your community, which therefore might cause you to learn a little more about yourself. And also, I think it would make you more appreciative of your community and want to be more of an impact in it. Because one of my pet peeves, sort of like a pet peeve, is when people complain. Like, I understand you have complaints, but when people just really go hard about where they live,
and you haven't really invested, or
and it's so terrible.
I don't like when they do it about the school system, because I have a lot of educators in my family, and that irks me when people are like, Charles County schools, it's like, okay, like knowing principals, knowing teachers, knowing administrators, even people on like the board of education, some of the stuff is like, these are the people that make up the system. So like if you're like the school system or whatever system, the people that make up the system are your neighbors, are your family members. These are people that are a part of the system.
Yeah.
And so when you say I have an issue with the system, I kind of take it a little personal. Like, okay, well, several of my family members and close friends are teachers. So when you say Charles County is not a good county, what exactly do you mean by that? Because I know they're excellent teachers. You know what I mean? So like, I think like to piggyback off what you're saying, that is the issue for me. Like when we get upset about these systems and you're not embedded in the community, who exactly do you think you're talking about? Like these are people.
Yeah, that's your next door neighbor.
That's your next door neighbor. So
yeah, and that could be, and that's advice for like any community anywhere.
Yeah.
Like just get more connected. I feel like you'll feel like what you mentioned earlier. I feel like you'll feel that you're more in tune with what's going on, so you won't always be like, well, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that helps with that. And it's corny, but if you don't see something, you be the difference. You be the change. Like, I don't know. This going back to Facebook. I see a lot of complaints.
I do be. They be complaining over there. You're right.
Sometimes I look at the post, I say, all right, what they gonna complain about the chicken places today? It's another chicken place coming. They're gonna complain about the chicken today.
That's also been a complaint of mine. Because how much chicken do we need?
But also, why is the line still so
long? The lines be crazy.
Somebody's eating the chicken. Somebody's lying.
First of all,
because y'all can't complain about chicken places,
there'll be a wraparound
but it's an hour-long wait.
Exact speed, and then there'll be another wraparound line at the other one.
Raising Cane's. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's not being truthful. Somebody's eating the chicken.
They don't want to eat nothing but chicken tenders.
But also, and I see people complaining about like 7-Elevens and nail salons and beauty supply stores and all that. But I'm like, it's here for a reason, because you all are, and not even you all, like we are as a community. We're using those businesses because those are useful businesses. Like, I understand if you want something different, but are you going to support it? And that's another reason why I do the type of content I do. So you get the word out there about different businesses so people can hopefully support. Because, it's like, and people complain about car washes and stuff, but all these are needed businesses. People are always going to wash their car. People are always going to get their nails done. People are always going to buy stuff at a beauty supply store. So what are you going to do about it?
And then when you see things closing down, it's not the same amount of outrage or the same amount of complaining that it is for we don't need another chicken spot. But, and not to say that I'm a big advocate of Hooters, but when Hooters closed down, nobody had nothing to say. But that was a different, you know what I'm saying, kind of place that you could go. Or like every time that there's a restaurant that closes down that maybe served a different kind of food, you don't see the same amount of uproar to keep a business going.
Oh, as there's uproar when a business comes.
Exactly. So when a new chicken place comes, they're all upset. But when a Mediterranean place leaves, nobody's saying anything.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Somebody's not being truthful. The numbers don't lie.
And then this is a great segue, because I remember seeing with Bad Axes, where they were going to get ready to close. And they had posted like, hey, we've been in the community for a couple of years. We love serving y'all, but you know, we're not making the money we thought we're going to have to close down.
That's my people there too. So
I know.
I should have mentioned them earlier.
No, we're going to talk about it.
They're my people too. Bad Axes.
It.
Those are my people over there.
So then I saw, the community didn't want them to leave. And so I saw that they had done like a petition. You could donate money. I don't know what they did behind the scenes, but they ended up staying. And
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that?
I know there was another axe throwing place that closed down because they weren't making enough business though. There was a second axe throwing place in
Waldorf.
What was
it called?
Southern Maryland Axe, I believe.
Okay,
it was off of
never
Industrial Park Drive. It was kind of a bad spot. It was back there tucked away off of Industrial Park Drive.
But this was Bad Axes for sure. I know, because I was sad. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Anyway, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, and maybe those are folks that'll give you the tea. But they were able to save the business. And right after that happened, I saw them do a revamp where now they were doing like parties and activities and bands and things like that. But they weren't doing all of that before. So maybe they did, you know, some refiguring or some restructuring, and
they have a kitchen now. They serve food now
to keep it right. And so that's the one time that I would say I saw the community, when a business was getting ready to leave, I saw the community kind of step up and do what needed to be done, and they were able to stay. And I'm happy that they were able to stay, because I like that place. And I know you got something coming up with them.
I
want to give you a chance to talk about it.
Yes. So as I mentioned earlier, I'll be 35 here in a couple of weeks. Thank you. So, and thinking about my birthday, I was like, Shannon, what are you going to do? Because my birthday's in January. Unfortunately. So
you one of those people want to sit when they be like,
exactly. Exactly. So I don't usually do anything too big for my birthday. If I'm in town, I did go to Cuba one year, but usually I'm in town and I'm just kind of keep it low key. But this year I'm thinking about what I want to do, and he was like, I just wanna have fun, have a good time with good people. Some of the things I like to do with that, I like playing card games. I like karaoke. I just love being around like a lot of beautiful Black people just being loud and cackling.
Hello, that's what I like to do.
Yeah, just hooting and hollering. That's my idea of a good time. So actually I was at Bad Axe earlier this year. They did a game night there where they had tables in the different axe throwing lanes at Uno, and I don't know if anybody's playing spades, but we're gonna have some spades at my event coming up for my birthday. But yeah, we're gonna have a DJ. It's gonna be a good time. So it's gonna be karaoke and game night. I have asked them to keep a couple of lanes open if people do want to do axe throwing. But yes, that'll be on Friday, January 23rd from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. at Bad Axe in Waldorf.
And that's your birthday extravaganza.
Yeah, that's my birthday move. So my birthday is actually the day before, January 22nd. Okay. So yeah, I reached out to them and I was like, what do we need to do to run that game night that y'all did back in April? Run that back. And yeah, they said, come on through.
So if y'all in the area, y'all not doing anything.
Yes.
I'm already inviting people.
It's a public event. I should have mentioned that. It's a public event, so everybody is welcome. I do ask that you RSVP. So there are two ticket types. So one is just a free RSVP. One is a discounted drink ticket. I believe it's $10 plus the Eventbrite fee, and that'll cover your first drink at a discount. So.
And I'll drop the link to it so y'all can get the information.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like a ball. Let me put it on
my hoping for a good time. Hoping for no snow.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
We got an early one, but hopefully everything will kind of die down. This has been cold.
Guys, we're having a great time talking with Shannon, but we're gonna have to pause it for a second.
Quick stop.
And come back for the part 2, because it's just too good.
It's too good. We can't give it all to you at one time. It's too much. It's too much. We don't want you to be so full that you don't know what to do with yourself. So we got to,
give it in doses.
A little entree, a little appetizer, a little dessert. A little something.
So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend.
Drop down in the comments how y'all liking things thus far. What have you learned? What you into? I hope you're enjoying, and we'll see you next episode.